Today's battle is Korean artist Lee Min's famous song Kiss the Rain. This piano piece was produced by Lee Min in 2003. It portrays a romantic love story. It's very fresh and soft to play. Relative to the songs we learned the last 2 days, Kiss the Rain is not as difficult. There were many sharps, flats, key changes, and adjusting fingering in the last 2 songs. This song is not as troublesome. The chords are all the typical ones we've practiced before, so there's no difficulty on the right-hand side. But there are some areas that we need to emphasize on. First, listen to the entire song once. The reason why we chose this song for this lesson is to train everyone's sense of rhythm. After the last 2 classes, I found a common phenomenon. Most students are basically able to learn how to play the songs and can play it completely from start to finish, but they can't grasp the rhythm accurately. For example, there are many 16th notes on the right-hand side in this song. Some people may only know it means to play it a little faster, but how fast do you play it? Another example is that there are a lot of rests, but how long do you pause at each rest? This requires you to memorize the relationship between the different notes. When you play, you need to hear the beat in your head. If you can't keep the beat, you can always play along while I play, slowly training your musical sense. Your musical sense will gradually appear the more you listen and practice. We've practiced all the left-hand chords in this piano piece before. There's no difficulty here, so we won't talk about it much. But there are 3 areas to pay attention to. In section 9, after the 3rd basic triad, the last quarter note of the 3rd basic triad is a harmony, sol, ti, re. We mentioned before that harmonies are mostly played with the ring, middle, and index fingers. In section 24, we play that harmony with the same fingering as well. The chord in section 33 is also the triad sol, ti, re, but it appears after the 1st basic triad. It's easy to make a mistake here, so pay attention. Even though the right-hand 16th notes are faster than other notes, there's still a rhythm to the speed. You are not playing them haphazardly. Students who are not sure of the length of these notes, use the notation and listen to me play them, then play along with me. Also, there are triplets that appear. In triplets, all three notes are the same duration. Over here, each triplet is a 12th note. You just need to take each quarter note and equally play 3 notes in that duration of time. Make sure not to play 3/8 notes or 3/16 notes. Musical sense is extremely important here. You must cultivate it. Take note of the rests in the middle. When you come across a rest, your fingers can't be pressing down on the keys anymore, so lift your hands a little. In the last section, the left hand continuously plays 9 notes. After using the chord finger to play the first triad, the thumb reaches up to play La. Middle finger uses the cross fingering method to play Ti. Then index finger plays Do. Those are the basic difficulties, and we have seen it's very simple. Some students may not be able to grasp the rhythm, but it doesn't matter. We can always play along with the notation in my playing. Who will be more uniform than a recording of my playing? What's easier than following along? Practice with one hand first to get the rhythm. You must gradually train your musical sense. Slowly, you'll grasp it. This song is very simple. We've repeated the important points countless times. If we repeat it again, hardworking students will say editor is too naggy, so I won't say any more. But for students who don't pay attention during class, I need to repeat myself again. When practicing, you must pay attention to the characteristics of each notation, where there are repetitions, places where there are subtle changes. These observations will help you quickly learn the songs. Also, this is the last point I'm going to emphasize. It's important to notice the changes between sections and changes within the chords of each section because this is where your fingers will move around the most. So when you play, there may be pauses to look for the keys. We've talked about this skill before. That is, while you're playing, your eyes must be continually browsing the contents of the next section so you can quickly adjust your hands to play the next section's chords. Okay, I'm done speaking, otherwise you'll start throwing shoes at me. Today's song is not difficult. We mainly want everyone to get a sense of rhythm. Students who've got the rhythm down should be able to play this easily. Students who don't have the rhythm down will have to practice a lot. Okay, I look forward to seeing all your assignments uploaded online.